Okay, now we talk about diabetes. There are a lot of types of diabetes. There are like diabetes type 1, type 2, diabetes insipidus, and gestational diabetes, etc. And what is it? The most common diabetes is diabetes type 2, whereas the high glucose level is caused by the pancreatic cells is not sufficient producing or secreting the insulin, and then the insulin receptor on the blood vessel is not good enough to absorb the glucose in the blood, so it makes the high rate of the level of glucose in the blood. The etiology is still unknown until now, but we know the risk factors for this type of disease, like unhealthy lifestyle, then high calories intake and low calorie expenditure. And there is an evidence where some races is more susceptible with this disease, like Asian people is more susceptible for this disease more than like a European or a Caucasian or Hispanic and other races. So I think it's very it's very common, or Indonesian people is maybe more susceptible for this disease, and we know because we know that we are not often do sports, and maybe especially in Java, in Java we like a more sweet food and sweet drinks. And when you go to cafe, and we can see that there are a lot of calories in the cafe from the drinks and the food. And when you are when you not do daily exercise, of course it's increase the risk of diabetes. The solution maybe you can, when someone go to the cafe and they eat or drinks a lot of foods, drink a lot of high calorie food and drinks, maybe the cafe should provide the advice to do some exercise, and maybe the buyer, the consumers, should change their habit. Like in Indonesia or in Jogja, you can see that a lot of people use their motorcycles and cars to go to the cafe, and in the cafe they just sit and drink a lot of calories with drink that lot of calories. And this is very different when we see in Europe. They go to the cafe with walking, with a little pollutant, and there is an evidence too when the pollutant is one of the risk factors to diabetes. So when you go to the cafe with cars, I mean that there is you don't walk, and then you absorb pollutant, and then you just sit there and you eat a lot of calories, and you're an Asian, so that's key point. You are susceptible to the diabetes. And actually there is a lot of the risk factors, and there is so many ways to prevent the diabetes. And then I think the advice from the cafe, or when they promote healthy lifestyle, is a good solution to prevent their customer to get the diabetes. In the US, they spend around $172 billion a year for diabetes, and people with diabetes spends more likely 2.3 times more money for their health. And people with diabetes go to the emergency department twice. That's more than the one that not affected by diabetes. So when we can prevent this disease, of course it will save a lot of money, trillions of money in some country. Maybe in Indonesia we can save a lot of money if we prevent this disease.